Hello everyone again, welcome back to our online class. How are you this morning? Have you washed your face? Have you brushed your teeth? Have you made your bed? Have you eaten breakfast? And have you done your homework? I hope that you have done everything. I hope that you have brushed your teeth, you have made your bed, you have eaten breakfast, you have done homework, and you also have washed your face, because if you don't wash your face you will not feel good. Okay, so please make sure that at 8 o'clock you are ready. At 7:30 you have to be ready for everything. You have your textbooks, you have your notebooks, you have your pen, you have your pencil, you have your correction pen, you have your internet, you have your smartphone, or you have your computer, so that you are very well prepared, you are ready to learn. Okay, so today is Thursday, and according to our schedule, on every Thursday we always learn about, so there are two sessions that you are going to learn from the videos, right? In the first session you are going to learn about Grammar Galaxy 1, and in the second session you are going to learn about Hangout 4, and in the last session, in the third session, you are going to copy the lesson into your lesson book or into your notebook, and then you have to do the classwork, and then you will get the homework from your home teacher. But let me tell you, like I told you a few days ago on Monday or Tuesday, when you copy the lesson onto your lesson book, here you have to copy it like this. So in one subject you have to write one date. So you start by write the date and then grammar. So you write this exercise, write from up to down, okay? And then after you finish this one, you write to a new page, you write a new date, and then you write about a new subject, which is about hangout, okay? So this is how you write, how you copy the lesson into your notebook. So our first lesson is about grammar. But what did you learn yesterday? What did you learn yesterday? What did you learn yesterday in grammar? So in grammar yesterday you learned about possessive, right? So in unit 4 there are two possessives that we have to learn. The first one we learn about possessive adjectives like my, your, our, their, her, his, its. That's called possessive adjectives. And yesterday we learned about possessive pronouns like mine, yours, ours, theirs, his, hers, and its, right? And today we are going to do some exercises, and we mix together. We mix both possessive pronouns and possessive adjectives. Okay, so as you can see on the whiteboard, there are 4 exercises, right? Exercise A, exercise B, exercise C, and exercise D. And in each exercise there are 5 sentences or 5 words that you have to do, and you have to get all the answer correctly. Without any further delay, let's start from exercise A. So like I told you, we have to read what? Yeah, we have to read the instruction before we do the exercise. So the instruction of exercise A is underline the possessive. So what you need to do is you have to read all of these 5 sentences and you have to underline the possessive. Don't care about other words, just try to read and then find the possessive, which one is the possessive, and then you underline. Okay, let's go to number 1. Can you read number 1? Yes. Dad washes his car. Dad washes his car. You know, wash something, or we clean something. So wash the car. When you dry it for a long time, you have to wash it to make sure that it is clean and it is comfortable. So Dad washes his car. Before I ask you to underline, I want to ask you, why does the word washes here? Why do we add es? Why? The reason that the word washes here we have to add es is because of the subject. The subject here is dad. Dad, one person, third person singular he. So third person singular in a positive sentence the verb that ends with sh, we have to add es, right? So Dad washes his car. If you don't add es, it is wrong. If you add s, wrong. If you add es, it is correct. Okay, because that here it is a third person singular. The subject here is third person singular, so we have to add es to the verb. If you say Dad washed his car, it is wrong, it is incorrect, so you have to add es. Dad washes his car. So now let's go to our exercise. Underline the possessive. Which one is the possessive? Is it Dad or his? So the possessive we shows about the possession, who owns things. So who owns the car? Dad, right? So because car is a noun, possessive adjective, it is in front of the noun, so the possessive is his, right? So we have to underline his. Okay, so now we have finished number 1. Let's go to number 2. What is your name? What's your name? So here the full question is what is your name, but we can contract it, right? We can kind of what's, so what is become what. W-H-A-T apostrophe S. What's your name? What's your name? So what's your name? So which one is the possessive? The possessive is your, right? So easy. Let's go to number 3. They visit the ant. They visit the ant. You know the word visit, right? When you visit someone, it means that you go to meet someone at somewhere. They visit the ant. So which one is the possessive? They or their? Their, right? Here, because ant is a noun, there here is the possessive adjective and it comes before noun. Before noun, before noun, before noun. Let's go to number 4. My friend is mad at me. My friend is mad. You know mad is angry. Okay, when someone mad at something, it means he or she is angry at something. So number 4, my friend is mad at me. What is the possessive? The possessive is my, right? Let's go to number 5. You and I clean our room. You and I clean our room. So the possessive is our. You see, like I told you on Monday or Tuesday, possessive adjective, it always comes before noun. So possessive his here, it comes before the noun car. Possessive your here, it comes before the noun name. Possessive their here, it comes before the noun ant. Possessive my here, it comes before the noun friend. And possessive our here, it comes before the noun room. So possessive adjectives, it is always in front of the noun. My marker, my whiteboard, my fan, my air conditioner, my window, my table, my chair, my camera, my everything. So it comes before the noun. So now we have finished exercise A, and like I told you many times, the first letter of all the sentences are capitalized, right, in big letter. You know, D here, capital D, W here, capital W, T here, capital T, here capital M, here capital Y. Why do we capital all the first letter of the first sentence? Because what? Because the first word of the sentence, the first letter we have to capitalize because it is at the beginning of the sentence. You have to remember, if you write small d wrong, small w wrong, small t wrong, small m wrong, small y wrong. So the first letter of the first word in one sentence, you have to capitalize. Now, let's go to exercise B. Exercise B, write the correct possessive. So here there are 5 phrases. My book, your car, Rick's song. Rick here is the name of a person. His money, our rooms. So you have to write the correct possessive. So here it is about the possessive pronouns that we learned yesterday, right? So my book example, I gave you the example yesterday about my marker. I say my marker, but if I don't want to use my marker, what should I say? I say mine, right? So here the same, my book, so mine. Let's go to number 2. Your car. So if I don't want to say your car, what should I say? Yeah, yours. So number 1, mine. Number 2, yours. How about number 3? Rick's song. So what is the answer? Rick's song. What is the correct answer? Can you think? What is the correct answer? So my book, mine. Your car, yours. How about Rick's song? Yes, Rick's. R-I-C-K apostrophe S. Now it's time to go to number 4. His money. So what is the possessive pronoun of his money? His. So we learned yesterday, right? I, mine. You, yours. We, ours. They, theirs. She, hers. And he, his. That's why the answer here, his money, his. Let's go to the last one, number 5, our rooms. So our becomes ours. Okay, so now we have finished our exercise B, but let's try the answer again. My book, it becomes mine. Your car, it becomes yours. Rick's song becomes Rick's. His money becomes his. And our rooms become ours. But I have one question. I have one question that I really want to ask you, and I want you to answer my question. So here there are 5 verses, so we can say 5 words. But number 1, number 2, number 4, and number 5, it starts with the small letter. But number 3 it starts with the big letter or the capital letter. My question is why? Why right here we have to start with capital letter? I'm sure that most of you know, right? Because right here is the name of a person, right? So I told you before, the names of everything, the name of people, the name of animals, the name of places, the name of province, the name of countries, the name of everything. You have to start with capital letter. My name, I have to write with capital letter. Your name, you have to write with capital letter too. So all the names you have to write in capital letter. Okay, so you have to remember it. Now we have finished exercise A and exercise B. It's time to go to exercise C. Write the correct possessive. So here there are 5 sentences. Now let's go to number 1. Marco always forgets blah 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 homework. So Marco here is normally it is a name. That's why it starts with a capital letter. But even if it is not a name, we have to start with the capital letter too, right? Because it is at the beginning of the sentence. But Marco is the name. And normally Marco is the name of a boy or a man, not a girl. Okay? So Marco always forgets homework. So what is your answer? You have to find one possessive here. Marco always forgets, easy, right? His homework. So because Marco is the name of a person and Marco is a man or is a boy, that's why we have to use possessive his, right? Possessive adjective. Why do we know that it is the possessive adjective? Because after the possessive here, it has homework, and homework is a noun. And I told you possessive adjectives always comes before a noun. So this we call possessive adjectives. Marco always forgets his homework. The word always has s. Okay, don't forget. And the reason that we add s here, like it's similar to this sentence, like Dad washes his car. We have to add es because the verb ends with letter sh. But this verb forget, F-O-R-G-E-T, it ends with letter T, so we have to add s. If you don't add s here, it is wrong. Okay, it is grammatically wrong. Because Marco is one person, it's third person singular he, right? So he always forgets his homework. If you don't add s here, it is wrong. If you don't add s here, it is wrong. Don't confuse. The word always has s. Okay, always has s all the time. So Marco always forget his homework. Don't forget to add s because Marco is the third person singular. Let's go to number 2. I enjoy taking photos. I enjoy taking photos. So when you go somewhere, you take photos when you have smartphone. I enjoy taking photos. It's blah 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 hobby. You know hobby, right? Hobby we refer to something that you like to do when you have free time, right? So it's what possessive that we can fill in this blank. So I enjoy talking about taking photos. So I'm talking about myself. I'm talking about my hobby. So I enjoy taking photos. It's my hobby. And now it's time to go to number 3. Lita is a nurse. You know nurse, right? Nurse is a person who looks after the patient. So when you go to the hospital, when you are sick, after you meet with the doctor, they will send a nurse to take care of you. And normally nurse is a beautiful female doctor. She loves blah 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 job. You know job, right? Job means occupation. Example, my job is a teacher. Your job is a student. His job is a businessman. Her job is a banker. So we have a lot of jobs. So she loves blah blah job. So we talk about a girl, right? We talk about Lita. Lita is a girl. She loves. What is the possessive of the word she? She loves her job. And again, because why do we add s to the word love? Because the subject is subperson singular she, right? She loves her job. Let's go to number 4. You sing well. Blah blah blah. Voice is beautiful. Beautiful. So the word beautiful, when we use to describe about someone appearance, to talk about the appearance of a girl, it means she looks so beautiful. It means she is really nice. She is very gorgeous. She is very stunning. She is very pretty. But when we use the word beautiful to talk about the voice, it means that voice is very good. It's extremely good. Everyone wants to listen. So you sing well. What is the possessive that you have to complete here? So we talk about you, right? So the possessive of you is your. And your here you have to start with capital letter. Why? Because you sing well, it is one sentence, full stop, and then we have to start another sentence, and the first letter of the first word in one sentence we have to capitalize. Let's go to number 4. We live in the city, blah blah blah, house is small. So we talk about we, and the possessive of we is our. So our house is small. Again, because we live in this city is one sentence, and when we start a new sentence we have to capitalize letter O. We live in this city, our house is small. So now we have finished exercise C. Let's go to the last exercise, exercise D. Choose the correct answer. So here there are 5 sentences and there are also 5 brackets, and in one bracket there are 2 answers but only one that is correct. So you have to read, understand the meaning of the sentences, and then you can choose the correct answer. This is my computer, not yours. So here we did computer, computer, computer. So the stress is on the second syllable, not computer. Computer, computer, computer. This is my computer. This is my computer. This is my computer. Not your or not yours. Not what? Not your or not yours. So if you choose possessive your here, it is the possessive adjective. It always comes before noun. Where is noun? No noun, right? So you cannot use your. So the correct answer is yours. This is my computer, not yours. Not yours means not your computer, but I don't want to use the word your and I don't want to use the word computer again. So this is my computer, not yours. So we have to circle yours here, okay? Because they ask you to choose the correct answer. Let's go to number 2. This is a question. Whose book is this? It's me or it's mine? So we talk about the possessive, right? So we have to circle mine. It's mine. Whose marker is this? It's mine. It means that this marker belongs to me. It is my marker. Let's go to number 3. I have found my phone. Not her or not hers. So the possessive her here, it is the possessive adjective, and if we use this word we need a noun after it. So where is the noun? No noun, right? So we cannot use her. So I have found my phone, not hers. So we have to circle hers. The reason why we use hers, so hers here means her phone, but I don't want to use my phone and then her phone. I just use possessive pronoun. So I have found my phone, not hers. It means that I have found only my phone. I have not found her phone. Okay, hers. Let's go to number 4. Number 4 is the question again. Whose kite is that? You know kite. So we fly the kite in the sky. If you were born in the city in Phnom Penh, I'm not sure whether you know kite or not, but if you were born in the countryside like me, when I was a kid, I always fly the kite in the evening. So whose kite is that? It's ours or it's our. So if you use our, you need noun. So there is no noun here, so it's ours. So we have to circle here. Let's go to the last one. That is my bike. That is my bike. Bike means bicycle. This is Ben, so it is a name, or Benz. So like I explained you just there, when it is a name and we talk about the possession, the thing of one person, we have to put apostrophe s. So the answer is Ben, right? So that is my bike. This is Ben. It means that is my bike and this is Ben's bike, but I don't want to use the word bike again and again, so I just say that is my bike, this is Ben's. It means this is Ben's bike, but I can exclude the word bike. I don't want to say the word bike twice. Okay, so now we have finished all the exercises A, B, C and D, and next session you are going to answer 5 more questions about our reading in Hangout 4. So the reading that we studied in Hangout 4 is Rules Around the World, and on Tuesday we learned the first 2 paragraphs. Yesterday on Wednesday we learned about the last 2 paragraphs, and today we are going to finish. We are going to answer 5 more questions about the reading, and see you at 8:55.